Hey there, friends. It's Steve here for Walk the Talk channel, and today I want to go over the 5 most important things that you forget to pack on your trip to Walt Disney World. We're coming from the UK, so the 5 things that we get halfway there and we think, oh, I should have done that. So what are the top 5 things that we're going to make sure we put in and really going to help us when we're there? I'm going to throw a bonus one in at the end because it's one I always forget to bring. So let's go ahead and share my screen for you guys right now. So here we are. So of course the first one is going to be a poncho. Where you don't know when it's going to rain. You don't know when it's going to rain because, I mean, it will rain for an hour or less, and then within 2 hours it's bone dry again. But if you buy the Walt Disney poncho, it's pouring down, you run in the shop, quick, give me 4 ponchos for the family, 4 or 5. It's going to end up costing you $50 to $70 just for that because it rained. But what if you'd had preempted it and bought this small packet of, for example, 5 disposables, £3.80. The saving, the huge saving just by preempting £3.80, and you have 5 of them you can just stick on and keep walking around. That's a great tip to save some money on your trip there. Now the second one, that's number 2, to put in your suitcase before you leave is, if you've got kids, it's going to be cowpole. We know cowpole. Okay, it's a lifesaver. But when you get there, if you forget or you run out, when you're over there and you go into Walmart and you look around, there's no cowpole. It's called something different. Tylenol, that's what it's called over there. It's the same stuff, but it's just totally different. It looks different. Well, I suppose the photo is fairly similar, but the name is totally different. So if you do forget, you can get this, but make sure you pack that in the first place, and hey, you don't have to worry. So what we got next? What we got next is the famous autograph books. Autograph books, you go there anywhere between what, $10, $20, $30, something, and then you have to buy the pen sometimes as well. Some of them come with a pen. But what if you already had it? What if you already had it there and you didn't have to spend that spending money that you've been saving on? So here we go from like £9. £9 at Disney, this is £7.45. $3.99. So that's a big saving already. I mean, here you could probably get one at Walt Disney World for $10. It would be around the same as that anyway. Well, a bit cheaper actually. But if you preempt it and make sure you've packed it already, then you can save a little fair chunk of change, especially on things like this. $3.99, $7.45, £9. Boom. And you can save a little chunk of change just by remembering to go and hunt down. In fact, here's a pro tip. You ever go to them pound shops? Now we walk in them pound shops, and oftentimes they have like a little Disney section with cups and things like that. And if you're lucky, you can find a little autograph book in there sometimes for between £1 or £2. So if you get out and go exploring, then sometimes you can find something a little bit cheaper there, a little bit cheaper. I mean, we did for an autograph book, what we did, we went to there's like one of these ones on here, someone that actually makes them. So it was like £5. So you know, I really like that, and they personalized it for us and everything. And it cost about £5 or £6. That was really good. And all right, so what's the next thing? We got the poncho, we've got the cowpole. Now we've got the autograph book. What's next? What's coming up next? A fan, spray fan. Now, when you go to Disney World, the first thing you're going to see is they're selling, it gets hot. And there's a lot of people selling, the cast members are selling these fans. And I think they're about $30. $30, 25, 30, maybe 35. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember. We went in 2019 because we haven't been because of COVID. But I think it was $30, around about $30. Well, look here, $4.99. $4.99. In fact, if you head over to Walmart, if you forget to pack, please remember we're doing this video, things you forget to pack. If you forgot to pack your fan, head over to Walmart and they do these exact things for pretty much this price. So if you did forget, head over to Walmart first and do them. And once again, save a chunk of change. It all adds up. All this adds up. especially if you go on a regular basis. If you did once a year, then this is going to add up fast. So the last one, my last one before the bonus, the coffee. This is a big one for us. Every time we get there, so you stay in a Walt Disney room, or sometimes you stay in a hotel, and they have the sachets of coffee, but they've only got 3 or 4. And when you get there and it doesn't, you got use a percolated coffee. Sometimes you just want that instant hit like you're at home. So we get these cheap bags. What's this? 12 quid on here, but there's 45. That's 45 cups of coffee for £12. You can do ones without sugar. Hey, we're eating sugar all the time there when we're there, so hey, we'll have a bit of a kick. But literally just do that, boil the water, and boom, you've got your coffee there. So that's a super hack. That's a super hack. I mean, when you go to Walmart, wherever you go to your Walgreens, then you can go and buy a jar of coffee and make it, and you need milk and sugar as well. This is beautiful. These are really good. So this is a super hack. Once again, take this note. If you have them pound shops around you, head over to them and find these for like $1.99 or £4, something like that. So cheap, but I mean, I just quickly found this on eBay at 12 quid. You can literally go and buy now, and hey, you've got 45 cups of coffee for £12. So that's the 5 things, 5 hacks, 5 things you're probably going to forget when you get there, and you're like, I should have. Why didn't we put that in our back, in our suitcase? And then you'll hunt down at the shops, local shops, and everything will be super expensive. You can head off to Walmart; it's going to be cheap. And when you get to the parks, if you try and get the fans and the autograph books and everything in the parks, man, it's going to cost you a fortune. It's going to take that spending money right down straight away. So my hack is preempt the travel and go and get this. Maybe buy one of these a month, once a week, and then you've got them, and you're not taking your money, spending money, your food money on stuff you should have preempted already. I got one more hack. One more. I mean, there's many more we could add, but one more I think is really important is a charger. Is a power bank. A power bank. We've done this before. We've gone to the parks. We've been there all day. We've been taking photos. We've been using the app, and it zapped the phone power. So we've got one of these little things for £9 in our bag, and you just plug it in, charge it up, and within half an hour you've got enough charge again. So these are really good to take. Really good. I really recommend. And once again, this is stuff you can buy on a monthly basis that you're not going to notice that you've missed. But once you've got these type of things, you've got for a few years. So these are quite good. Whereas all the other things are pretty much disposable. The autograph book you're going to use once, and the coffees you're going to drink, the ponchos you're going to use, the cowpos you're going to use up, the fans probably going to get broken. But these things, you'll be using for a couple of years. So these are definitely, you've probably got an old one sitting somewhere anyway. Just break it out. I mean, these are things that I've bought and I never used at home. But, when you're walking around a park, you're taking pictures, you're using your app. These are great things to have to recharge those batteries, making videos everywhere and doing this. Your phone really zaps, depends what type of phone you have, but your battery goes so far, especially with the apps and stuff. So you got your watch connected to your phone, that's going all the time. You're checking the time for your check-ins, your meals. You're zapping that energy off that phone. So highly recommend going in and doing that. Hey, so they're the 5 tips with a bonus on there, and that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Just going out. And I think the beautiful thing about this is that you don't get to go to somewhere like Walt Disney World every day. I mean, if you lived around the corner from there, you could go every day, or every weekend, or every other weekend, or once a month. But for us that live in the UK, it's like a super special moment. But we tend, because it costs a fair amount of money to go, it's not something we do on a regular basis. Okay, it's not something we do like every 2-3 months. It's probably once a year, maybe if you're lucky twice a year. But once a year is a pretty good. Some people every other year. But you got all that time in between, and people are like, you see all these things, the memes and the stuff. It's like, I wish I was at Disney now. This is stuff you're doing that you are sort of getting ready. So you've got Disney in your head and you're constantly updating. Oh, what Disney can I get today? I'm gonna get the coffee this week. I'm gonna get the power bank. I'm gonna go and hunt for the ponchos. Let's have a walk around the pound shop that we can see what we can pick up for a case. You know, and they're really good things to do, because that keeps you in that mode, keeps the excitement, and you know you've got a little bit of a Disney fix, while you're hunting down the items you need. You're in preparation, because like they say, you know, a lot of the time the preparation, the anticipation, like Christmas, is the build up to it. Because once it's done, it's done. So you come home, what do you do when you've done your 2 weeks? You come home and you go in. People say, get the Disney blues. Got the Disney blues now. What am I going to do? So what do you do? Hey, let's start planning for the next one, you know, and we can go out again and say, oh, what did I miss this time? I'll go and get another fan, or let's go hunt the pound shops, or this or that. And you start preparing. And favorite things we do is, we've got them now, is like hunt for the Disney suitcases and see where we can find them in a place like B&M and Range and eBay and stuff like that. We find the Disney suitcases. So they got like Marvel or Disney or Star Wars or something else. So you know you're going to Disney. And on a side note with the suitcases, now all the suitcases, you know, like the Disney ones, have the zip on the outside. Buy a strap, like a belt that goes around it, or two, to keep it together. We went one time, one of the cases came open and all of the stuff that was in the case was coming down the conveyor belt. So if we'd have just preempted to put a band on it or a cover, you can get them sleeves you put on your suitcases. That would have really been helpful. That would have stopped the hassle of, oh no, we lost anything. We've got to check everything. And because you go on holiday and the last thing you want is stress. You're going to get stressed because there's so much happening, but you want to minimize that stress. Hey guys, Steve here, Walk the Talk, and hopefully you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed that, if that was helpful in any way and you enjoyed that, go and subscribe for me, please. Give me a subscribe, give me a like on the video, and let me know that you're enjoying these videos. And I will be working on the next one. I'll see you real soon.